You are listening to DJ Wonder, Drumma Boy, D-Boy Fresh. We beneficial.
AnimalStatus, what's up? I'm DJ Wonder.
What up? It's DB.
And this is a very special guest we have in the studio. Not only I've been following his career for a long time, but I've been inspired by his beats. I do production, DB. You do music production as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we like to have producers on. And this is actually our first producer guest outside of The Dream. He's a composer, producer. But this man has hit us with countless bangers over the years.
Weren't we just talking about one of his beats the other day?
Yes. On Sway in the Morning, actually, Sway was asking us, who produced this? We were playing No Hands by Waka Flocka, and we were thinking about that. We'll talk about that in a second. First off, just say who it is, man.
It's Drumma Boy.
Drumma Boy, what's up?
Yeah, boy. What's good?
Is your tag on No Hands?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where is it? Is it in the
Listen to the track.
Yeah. So how many tags do you have?
I just have fun with this shit, man. Hey, yeah, boy, a lot of people love, you know what I'm saying, listen to this track, bitch. I got a signature Drumma Boy tag that comes in like this sexy little London chick, you know what I'm saying?
Do artists like ask for that, or has any artist said, I don't want your tag on there, and you're like,
yeah,
nah?
Absolutely. Shit, you don't want the tag, you don't want the tag. Like, I don't give a fuck. You gonna like the music anyway. It's a vibe. The beat is a vibe. The tag never makes the beat. I never no tag has ever made me or broken me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got to tell some of these newer producers that, because they put a tag on the front and the back. Have you heard that now?
I mean, that's you can do what you want to do. Like it's a creative world to be creative, you know what I'm saying, and do what the fuck you want to do. So whatever it is, it's your track. Do what the fuck you want to do.
I like that you said it's all about the music, because I feel like we're missing that sometimes. But going back, start of your career, what's the first piece of equipment you ever owned?
My first production piece was a Roland XP50 workstation that my mama financed. Like, it's $200 a month. She made sure I got her that bread every month.
Was it in like a music store and you were able to mess with it beforehand, or somebody else had one that you?
Yeah, it was in a music store called Strings and Things. So like everybody in Memphis, we all shop. They all shop at Strings and Things. Shout out Tracy.
Shout out to Tracy.
Hey,
all right.
You might as well come here, Tracy.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, say what's up to the people.
You hear that ice?
What's up, people? You
hear that
listen to
ice?
animals.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we do a cheers since we're all sitting
All
here
right,
right
cheers
Toast,
to Drumma
man.
Boy.
Take some more money,
to
man.
the new bitch.
All right.
To the hot beats,
Tracy.
man. To the hot beats, man.
talking
Hits
about the
only.
song.
Y'all make beats, right? So
Yes,
hot
we
beats.
do.
We keep it
Hot
on.
beats.
Yeah.
Real quick, Wonder, what was your first piece of equipment?
Was a 5-second sampler on a Gemini mixer.
Really?
And I would do like pause tapes and stuff like that. But then actual real piece of equipment was an MPC 2000 XL.
Okay. Mine was a Tascam 2-track recorder and a Boss DR550, I believe, drum machine.
Yeah, that's what's up.
From a pawn store.
Yeah, you had that OG
Yeah,
shit.
just straight 808s.
Yeah, it was crazy. So for me, like, I come up under OGs like Insane Wayne, my older brother, R.I.P.
Yeah.
We working on my Brother's Keeper album that drops 223, and for me, I have to honor him, man, because I came up amongst so many legendary producers like Jazzy Faye. A lot of people don't know Jazzy Faye from Memphis. Carlos Brody, he did Average Chick for India Ari. I'm not the average chick in your video. He also did Dead Wrong. You know what I'm saying? He was responsible, one of the hitmen with Diddy, and was doing a lot of the sampling and chopping and shit. So shout out to Slice T, Carlos Brody, Insane Wayne, my older brother, man. These are guys who I came up under. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to have the sound packs and start with these just great top-notch kicks and snares and hi-hats from the get-go, like from the gate. You know, I had some of the legendary booms and 808s, man. SMK, you know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot of shit with Pastor Troy. Just so many, just OGs. I'm a kid, bro. Like, I'm 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started making beats at 13. I moved to the suburbs because I was getting in a lot of trouble. I played clarinet. I almost killed a motherfucker with my clarinet case. You know what I'm saying? And shit.
Hold on,
That's some like Steven Seagal shit right there.
My mama moved me to the fucking suburbs, bro. Like, no cap.
You
Like,
bashed him over the head with it or something?
like, nigga was, talking shit. Oh, nerd head, nigga. Oh, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like a young Quincy. So we come from the hood. Like, I'm from South Memphis, my nigga. Like, I grew up in Black Haven, you know what I'm saying? BAZ. Like, so this ain't that. I just happen to have a father that's in the orchestra. So growing up in Memphis, it was like, okay, my pop playing the orchestra, my mom in the opera, but she grew up. She's heavily in the church choir, in the Baptist choir. So between the church, Isaac Hayes and Al Green, all friends of the family with my mama, and that whole world, Maurice White, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and then, you know, Stax and Aretha Franklin and Anita Baker, all this friends of the family, Priscilla Presley, all of my mama clique, you know what I'm saying? My mama was the first black Delta and first black music woman to graduate University of Memphis. So she just like got a whole little thing going on, you know what I'm saying, her little fan base and whatnot. Then you had Pop over here in the orchestra. They divorced when they had me, so my dad lived in Orange Mound, you know what I'm saying? My mama stay in Black Haven, so it's like, shit, I'm going to Alcee, you know what I'm saying? And just going to school with a clarinet, it was just like, you know, hold up, this ain't that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And got into some things, end up moving to the suburb, and it's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type shit. That shit changed my life. It allowed me to be diverse and oh my God, yeah, totally, hey, and entertain a whole different crowd, you know what I'm saying? And still, you know, move people with the music. Like I started making beats and my brother gave me sounds, Slice T gave me sounds, everybody started giving me sounds, and in the hood I run into in Cordova, you got like Raleigh, Summer, Somerville, Cordova, Collierville, Germantown, and like all of these areas. I bumped into Yo Gotti out in Raleigh. You know what I'm saying? He came up in the area called Ridgecrest. So this was like the first artist that I done actually bumped into in this new area I done just moved to. I make beats, he rap. He was working on the album. The first album Gotti dropped was Life, Inevitable Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And from there, like, it was just like Drumma Boy. Tila hit me up.
Yo, Tila, bring him out.
Yeah.
That was my shit when that song came out.
And I did three songs. I'm 15. I did 3 songs on Tila album. That's $2,500 a pop. It's $7,500. I ain't even.
That must have been amazing back then.
It's like $1 million.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And that's the money that I started. You know, I paid moms back, and then I got my own. That's my first MPC 2000 XL.
Yeah.
Then I bought my first beat machine. Like, okay, I done hustled up the bread off of that. You know what I mean? I ain't got to make no more beats on Roland XP50 because my ideas, like, I'm a composer, arranger. Like, I really write music. So it was like the music part of everything I was making on the Roland was dope. But the drums, like a lot of people know the Roland XP50, it had some high drums in there, but
nothing hits hard
custom.
like an MP.
Yeah, it ain't nothing fucking with that MP. You know what I'm saying? And I had all these sounds, but I couldn't load them up in the Roland, so I bought my first MPC 2000 XL, and the rest was history, man.
That's right. And the moral of the story is, don't test a band kid because you never know what can happen, right?
Oh man, fuck him up with the trumpet.
All right, let's play your new single, DB. Introduce it.
Oh, what? You don't want to say the title?
I
New bitch!
I don't say the B word, man.
Oh,
But
Hey man,
please.
new bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to my dog, Junior, official JR Junior. You know what I'm saying? He always, man, showing love out in St. Louis. Man, it's the new shit, man. Let's run this shit, man. Drum Squad compilation on the way called The Collective.
AnimalStatus, only on Shade 45. Shade 45, what's up? I am DJ Wonder. This is AnimalStatus.
Yo, what up? It's DB, and we got the other DB.
Hey, yeah, boy. Drummer boy Fresh, what it do?
All right, so we left off talking about how you were brought up. You were a classically trained artist. You were a clarinet player and everything like that. So being somebody who knows about notes and keys and the composition of music, when you hear somebody now who sings off key or does a beat that's not quantized or anything like that, does it get on your nerves, or do you understand that there's a level of creativity that you got to just let people rock with?
I mean, it's certain, like, how do you say this? It's a certain ambiance that people deliver. You know what I mean? It's certain ambiances that give you a vibe of like jazz. And if you think of jazz, it's more like free notes, like ad lib, and just, you know, you just
Like a bebop musician.
So yeah, exactly. And the beauty of jazz is that there's no wrong note. You know what I mean? So
Damn, I can't even argue with that. Like, shit, he's right.
Like with jazz, that's the beauty of that. Like, and I'm a Duke Ellington fan. Like, I'm a Miles Davis fan. I get that from my pop, and I'm a real fan of music. I appreciate all genres of music. So other fundamentals of music kind of give you an outlook. You know what I mean? And when I hear certain wrong notes or whatnot, when I know it's an error, it's usually auto-tune. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you trying to hit this one note, you know what I'm saying? Or like certain people just aren't familiar with music theory and it just sound good to them. You know what I mean? So like, especially like, I hate to say mumble rap, but just that's you people know what I'm talking about when I say that. And a lot of that is because they use this app called Mixed in Key, which nobody knows what the fuck. It's just a program that does the work for you, and usually it's wrong. So if you got down here a beat, whatever beat that you play, you could play a particular beat right now, and then I could give you the key of that beat by the root note of.
Drummer Boy's pulling out the keyboard right now, folks.
The volume, I don't know what's up with my volume. I got my shit on. But anyway, this app, I use this keyboard app that gives me an actual keyboard. And dun, 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 dun. So whatever key the beat is in, so that, okay, C major, bam. If it's sharp, C sharp, bam. You know what I'm saying? B flat, okay, is it mine? Is it, you know what I mean? Like nobody's actually just playing with the keyboard. I'd rather you just find a note on the keyboard than trust in Mixed in Key. You feel me? And like every session that I've done, you know, it kind of like saves the day. I've seen sessions how they go when you use Mixed in Key, and I've seen sessions how they go when you actually know the notes and can, you know, work and collab. Like you got a Neo in the studio, he ain't got time to be messing with you. You know what I'm saying? You can't even tell me what B is, bruh. Yeah. Damn, like go to a G sharp. I need Beyonce. She might want her record in A flat. You know, It's a little low for me. I sing better in sharp. Some people sing better in sharp than flat. Some people, you know, love the key of A because it gives you the flexibility of the ABC all the way to the next octave A. You know what I'm saying? Some people is like C or D, you know what I mean? So you got to study, like, are they a falsetto? Are they a soprano? Are they a tenor? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All of that kind of matters as far as flexibility and the octaves and the range of how far you can go.
Wonder's a fan of the brown note.
Yeah, you know about the brown note?
No, I don't. What's that?
I think you should try this on an upcoming album. It's a mystical note that if you actually find these particular keys to create the chord, it makes you take a dump on yourself.
The brown note. So that's just a plethora of keys
it's
that
just
you
like
push.
Evil keys.
That gives you this goddamn. So when you was 2 years old, that's the brown note.
Mommy!
You just come.
Stop playing Drummer Boy.
You just come bang keys. On the key. Bang, bang, bang. Mama said right there, you going to have some damn piano lessons.
Exactly.
Because you ain't going to be fucking up my piano like that. So that's where it come from.
All right, man.
I love it.
Check this out. You could pick any song you want. It could be one of your own. It could be any genre, anybody else's song. What would you like to hear right now?
Man, let's get into Drumma Boy Live, man. The first record I did with Drumma Boy live bass, live drums, live piano on top of MPC production. Here I Am, Rick Ross, Avery Storm, Nelly.
Ooh.
AnimalStatus, Shade 45.
Hey, yeah.
Shade 45. You're listening to AnimalStatus. My name is DJ Wonder.
What up? It's DB #1 and
D-Boy Fresh. What it do?
Oh, it even rhymes with DB #2. Let's go. Now, 3 6 Mafia. Were they important for you growing up?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the legendary. You talking about 3 6 Mafia? You talking about a group that got an Oscar on hip hop, on you know what people frowned upon at one time. You know what I mean? Oh, that's rap. That's you know what I mean? Like when I was coming up, you know what I mean? It was just like. He do rap. You know what I mean? So like 3 6 Mafia, that's like we born and bred on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 8 Ball and MJG. Like it ain't no. That's like to me, it's Outkast, Ghetto Boys, Ball and G, 3 6 Mafia, Luke, and that's like the biggest first wave. Master P. That's like, and Birdman, the Hot Boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the biggest wave you saw from a South's perspective.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you hear Ghetto Boys and you hear, Outkast and the message the South got something to say, and then Ball and G and then the 3-6 Mafias and whatnot, like that's the start. UGK. Like that's Scarface.
And it's never left. You're seeing a lot of artists use 3-6 samples now. It just keeps going over and over and over. And so maybe if you had an opportunity to take anything from the whole discography of 3-6, they said you could use whatever you want, or even 8-Ball and MGG, anybody from Memphis down there. What song would you use to remake or sample from?
Slap on my knob.
You don't think it's been done too much?
Nah,
I mean, ASAP
like,
just did it with Plain Jane.
It don't. That's the classic. Like that is the most repeated song in Memphis. You got to know what that song did just coming up. Like that like even if you never had head in your life, that motivated you to go get your dick sucked.
And then Gangsta Boo came out with "Slop on My Cat."
See, but Gangsta Boo big song was like
that was
where
lit.
them
That was
dollars
that
at?
was Chat. Okay,
Where them
sorry,
dollars at?
sorry.
You know what I'm saying? So like Gangsta Boo, that's all you man. Where them dollars at? Like growing up,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It was just like, bro, it ain't no for little Chat. It was chicken head, chicken head,
Project Pat.
You know what I'm saying? Project Pat, like bro, that's stomp grinding, and you seeing them constantly putting out different artists. Gangsta Boo go platinum, man. Project Pat platinum, They putting out artists, and they, you know what I mean? They putting people in position. You know what I'm saying? Crunchy, Lord, Infamous. Like, come on, bro. That's classic.
And Travis, he did No Bystanders where he sampled "Tear the Club Up." Like that's another
Absolutely.
just,
like everybody
influence.
on Memphis been away. You know what I'm saying? Memphis, like we created Buck, Crunk, Buck. All that come from Memphis. The words. Like Buck and Crunk, get Crunk, but get Buck, get Crunk, get Buck.
Fighting the
like
club.
that. That's, you know what I'm saying? Tell the club. Like that's all Memphis word terminology, all of that.
Memphis made the songs that were not allowed to play in the club. Thanks, guys.
Start fights.
Yeah.
But let me ask you about this because we often hear about rappers who sign these shitty contracts that get jerked, whether it's by a record label, management, whatever the case may be. But then you rarely hear about producers nowadays who have to find ways, like we were talking about tags earlier. You got to put your tag on just so people can know that you're the one who actually did the beat, because they don't read liner notes anymore.
Right.
So what would you say to somebody now as far as advice for an up-and-coming producer about the business side of the music industry for a producer?
Man, honestly, man, track Wendy Day down. Track down Rap Coalition, man. For me, like, she was the only woman in Memphis. This is a lady, man. Shout out to Wendy Day. Go again, Rap Coalition on Instagram. Go follow this lady, man. I'm talking about single-handedly gave any and every young producer, artist, songwriter in the city of Memphis, when she was living in Memphis, free knowledge. And anybody who can hear or is listening to this interview who know Wendy Day will vouch. Or they shaking their head right now like, man, shh. Like, she was teaching class about copyrights, royalties, points, splits, publishing for free. Free classes that you could come to. So I get this game from a lady that's doing free classes, and I mean, like, everybody, Carlos Brody, Slice T, Mills, I mean, Paragon, Swizzo. It was so many just producers that was in the city of Memphis. What's my dog, DJ Squeaky? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many producers that they all know. They'll tell you about Wendy Day. You know what I'm saying? And I was fortunate to have that, you know what I mean, and somebody to tell me what an entertainment lawyer is, and the role that they play, and the importance of having that, as well as a manager, what a publicist is, all of these different things, and part of a team that helps you execute your overall goals. These are the things that I want to get handled, and then you have a team of people that help you handle those goals. You know what I'm saying? So from early on, you saw me in different magazines. You saw me doing different publications. You saw me interacting at different events and doing red carpets, which, you know, I tell producers every day, like, that's the essential part of it. It's one thing to just sell beats. it's one thing to just make the beat. I know a lot of people who just be in the house all day, just make beats, make beats, make beats, make beats, make beats. So what day out of your week do you dedicate to go touch the people? What day? Like I would take Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I might make a beat or two, but I'm spending my Friday and my Saturday, at least during the day, in every mall I can go through. I'm in every barbershop I can go through. And this is the time when I'm passing out beat tapes. You understand me? I was making bass tapes at first. I'm passing out bass tapes. Bam, woo, woo, woo. Bam, woo, woo, woo. Bam. Flyers. This is what I produce. These my credentials. I produce this. When you see me shout it, pop your collar, then you holler. That's what's up. I produce, you just do you. I'ma do me. I produce, what's in my pocket, dog? Big face, honey. And I'm going around with the flyers showing you all these songs I produce. Shout it.
You're walking with your production credits.
Absolutely. With flyers, with my number on that motherfucker, my email on that motherfucker, man. You need beats. When the Got Milk commercial was big and all that shit, I did a shirt that said Got Beats. And killed the fucking game with that shit. Everywhere I go, Tampa, New York, Chicago. Pastor Troy called me because he was like, man, nigga, if I rap on another one of your beats, I done featured on some one of your songs. Some niggas in North Carolina bought beats from me. He featured on that shit. Some niggas in Chicago bought beats from me. He featured on that shit. Some niggas in Florida bought beats from me. He featured on that shit.
And he was featured on the song he did with Lil Jon, Throw It Up Part 2, that you produced.
Yeah, now that was later on,
right,
once I got my ass all the way in. But you know what I'm saying? This the grind. You know what I'm saying? This like the first time working like hands-on with Pastor Troy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he like, man, where you at, man? I need some beats, man. I was like, shit, I just left Atlanta. I'm gonna go holler at my mom. I gotta do some shit for Ball and G. And shit, I'll be back, nigga, when you need me back. He's like, man, if you can come tomorrow, nigga, I got something for you. I'm turning in DSGB album. I was like, shit, I'll be back. I'm gonna holler at Ball and G. Let me goddamn. That's one thing I know I got moves. I know I got shit going on, but all you gotta do is communicate.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people, don't be so scared that, oh man, I gotta do this. I'm at 8 o'clock. Da, 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 da. I called Ball and G. I was like, look, Pastor Troy just called me. He need me to do this. Can I come see y'all today? Because I was supposed to see them tomorrow. So I got there and went and seen them. Yeah, man, pull up. Woo, woo. Pull up on Ball and G, execute the business. We did a song called Give Me That Great Goose and Put That Yak Back. Give me that great goose and put that yak back. So I'm 18. I'm doing the anthem. I ain't even old enough to drink this shit, but I'm getting sprung on Grey Goose. God damn it, like
you got apple juice. Yeah.
I got Grey Goose, right? There we go. Give me that great goose, put that yak back. The next day, hit the road, go see Pastor Troy. And I produce, make them get that money right. Make them get that money right. Pop that pussy, make them get that money right. Big strip club anthem. You know what I'm saying? I pull up at the studio, man, Pastor Troy got 8 bands for me. 4,000 a track. All I needed 2 tracks. Drumma. All I got left is 8,000. I know you told me 5,000. You told me 5,000 a track. I know you want 10, but I got 8. Shit, let's do it.
The other 2 is in somebody's butt right now.
Hey, man, or on somebody's flow, goddamn it. Shit, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I want to work. This the legend. This the first nigga I seen putting the whole state of Georgia on.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I don't give a fuck where you from, wearing the belt, running with the flag. Pastor Troy, man, that's always the first nigga who I mentioned, man, who put or gave me an opportunity in Atlanta. Pastor Troy, hands down. And from that, then Block ENT, Big Block called me. I'm working on Boys in the Hood. I do trap, I do look. From that, Jeezy say I'm going solo. I do Standing Ovation. I got the intro song, and the intro song go platinum. My first platinum plaque.
All from touching the people.
Touching the people, bro.
So I think we're on the right trajectory, DB, because we're always at malls as well trying to touch the people, but usually girls in Abercrombie store, you know?
Oh, wow.
Just joking. All right, man. AnimalStatus on Shade 45. AnimalStatus. What's up? My name is DJ Wonder.
What up? It's DB.
D-Boy Fresh, we still in the building. Hey, yeah.
Officially a member of AnimalStatus now. Thank you.
You did.
You know what I mean?
Listen to the tracks.
And you seem to be just... like we talked about before, you like to be out there, you like to be amongst the people at events and stuff. We saw you hanging with Lil Jon at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And look at
last word.
The people can't see it, but was it an MCM NFL ball we have in here?
Yeah. Oh man, it was crazy. It's so many invitations, man. When you in Atlanta, people know you like one of the influencers, one of the flagships of the city, and you know. It's just like, man, yo, we want you to come here. We want you to come here. I opened a nightclub. We going to 30-30 events with Deion Sanders. He got a lot. And for me, it's just really about paying homage to the OGs and aligning myself with things that I actually believe in and want to do. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a heavy supporter of MCM. And it's crazy. Like, I support certain brands that's just like, it's passionate. You know what I mean? About like community and you see them doing certain events. You see them involved in other areas than just buy me.
Well, you got the House of Fresh boutique store in Atlanta, and you also are involved with the community in Memphis, so I can see why those go hand in hand for you.
Absolutely. And it's crazy because so many different brands have been sending me free clothes and free stuff and things of that nature. And I was like, man, I'm bigger than just a walk-in clothing rack. Like, I gotta tie these relationships in some way. Like, I'm talking to the head marketing director here. I'm on the phone with the owner here. I'm on
Touch the people.
You know what I mean? And it's like, man, how can I merge these relationships? I got all of these sales reps and people who want to, hey, let me know if you ever get into this business or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, once I started my store, and I actually started the clothing line as well, and doing those two kind of opened other doors in a sense for branding opportunities and advisory opportunities and awareness for different brands and things of that nature. Now that we sell the latest and greatest, hottest shit at the House of Fresh.
One brand that is not in your store that you want in your store right now that you could reach out to right now, what would it be?
MCM. That's why we're in New
you're
York.
trying to get it popping?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Absolutely.
sorry. Don't want to ruin anything.
Jeez, Wonder.
All right. Well, forget the fashion brand. How about an artist that you've never worked with before that you'd like to do a future collaboration with?
Artists that I'll say this on a double answer. Beyonce, she's got a dope line. We want to pick up female lines. Beyonce's got I think
Ivy Park.
Yeah, they kind of themed after her daughter and whatnot. But it's like super dope. We got a lot of kids clothes, girls, guys. You know what I'm saying? So that would be somebody that I would want to work with on the fashion level. Definitely picking up that account for House of Fresh, as well as collaborating and working with Beyonce is the queen. You got to work with the best.
Oh man, that sounds like a excellent collaboration in the future. Anybody that knows Beyonce, hit Drumma Boy up. Now we're gonna hit you with some quick questions. You got it off the top of the head. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right, I'll do the first one. You ready? Who is the best at sampling?
I'm gonna go to Premier.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm gonna go to Premier.
Perfect answer.
That's my
All
answer
right.
as well.
And it might be the same answer for this question, but who had the best drums?
As far as just period,
Like what?
in hip hop,
Who hits the hardest in your opinion? What drums hit the hardest? It
Period.
could be now. It could be at any time.
just
Yes.
period.
Yep.
Oh man, god damn.
I know Premier is up there.
Dr. Dre as well.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I gotta keep it all the way funky, man. The nigga who I really heard beating the hardest, and I was like, bro, I gotta give it to this young nigga. Southside.
Really?
I'ma say Southside, bro. If I say anybody else as far as like before me, I'ma say Lil Jon. Cause Lil Jon just had something. He just had just the way he mixed his shit. Shout out to John Fry. God damn it, mixing engineer like John Fry. Hey, there's a lot of things like as a producer, your shit hits the hardest when you know how to blend and you know how to select sounds and all of that stuff. And if you know how to audio create, then you cheating. You know what I'm saying? And then if you got a great mixing engineer, and for me, Southside just took the curve. Like I was leaning towards like, and I like supporting my young niggas. You know what I'm saying? Cause Mike Will hard as fuck. He makes some hard shit. I love Lex Luger. Lex Luger was making hard shit. BMF and you know what I'm saying? Just so many classics. But from the South, man, pound for pound, Southside, bro, was just, you know what I'm saying? And still is like just really giving you some dope energy, good material. You know what I'm saying? I love 808 Mafia. Shout out to the whole family. I support. You know what I mean? And again, this is for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a huge Future fan, just seeing how Future took off. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Metro Boomin fan, too. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, Southside got some shit y'all ain't heard yet, man.
There's no wrong answer. It's your quiz.
Your
so.
opinion for sure. Who's most creative in integrating samples and synths or keys or whatever?
Samples and keys. I say myself.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in there like just Here I Am as an example of that. And you know what I'm saying? I had a sample, but I replayed and did some other things like that and then, you know, like that, and then bam, like, you know what I'm saying? To me, that's really the essence of a producer, when you can either recreate a sample or give a texture that feels like
an
sample.
interpolation.
Not even that. No, I'm talking about original shit that I flip. Like, this is my brain. I'm gonna recreate. It just is the same vein. It's the same, you know.
So like a Pharrell kind of a situation?
Yeah, they'll take like an old sample, but he'll kind of flip it and make it his own thing.
Yeah,
using
so
some
like,
of the elements.
So I'll take a sample it, use it, put it in the beat, and then put as many other supporting sounds with that, and then eventually take the sample out.
Yeah.
And then once you take the sample out, it's like, okay, now what's missing from when I had the sample in and when I had the sample out? And usually it's a combination of sounds, like a guitar, a piano, a bass line, or a string or something. So it's usually like 4 sounds in a sample. So if you don't replace those 4 sounds just within the sample, you taking away from it. You see what I'm saying? So I'll put those 4 sounds back in: a live bass, a string, a guitar, a piano, and then I'll sample that. And then just it's basically like I'm sampling myself.
Yeah, it's the way to go, I think, now.
You know what I mean?
And you don't got to pay anybody when you sample yourself. You know what I mean?
You did. Well, you pay yourself.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's what you're trying to do. You're doing more executive producing now as well, besides just the hands-on stuff. Are you working with any artists?
Man, I'm working with some of everybody, man. I'm super excited about Blazer. We got a project called Lessons and Blessings, and man, he got a single out right now called Beat Up. We just got a little baby on it. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. We gotta run that. That's heating the streets up in Atlanta like firecrackers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that project. I'm working on Music Soul Child to go on the R&B lane.
He's not gonna be his rap alter ego. He's gonna be his R&B.
This is R&B. This is the music that you love and fell in love with, ladies. And I'm very excited about this album. Every one of his albums has been nominated, Grammy nominated. And I feel like, man, Music Soul Child deserves to bring one home. I'm putting all I got into a string arrangements, compositions. We're doing some poetry, some free words.
It's like back to the Just Listen days.
Oh, yeah, definitely the Just Listen days. So, man, I'm excited about that as well. And then we working on the compilation. Of course, I got my brother's album dropping, My Brother's Keeper, 223. We got the Drum Squad Collective album dropping. A plethora of artists on the label. Follow us on Instagram at Drum Squad Records. Follow myself at Drumma Boy Fresh. Follow the store at House of Fresh ATL.
And check out his place, pregame.
_ATL.
That's right. I'm at DJ Wonder.
I'm at It's Really DB.
Thank you for sitting around the campfire tonight. You're part of the Midnight Society now. We got to put that thing out. It's time for us to go. But we're going to listen to the Blazer joint before we get out of here. What's the name of it?
Beat Up, featuring Baby.
Beat Up, man. Animal Status. Only on Shade 45. Thank you, Drummer Boy.
Yes,
Taking this football.
Yeah. This your boy Drumma Boy, a.k.a. D-Boy Fresh, and you tuned in right here with me and the Animal Status. Hey, yeah.